Brothers and sisters, we are back again on the third part of our videos today. I am your brother Essa Bokarr, and our theme today is where we are diagnosing or presenting the theme today with in-depth analysis in respect of the fact that pessimism, disappointment, and the like do remain in our political arena as constant as the northern star. Therefore, we are asking sense why. Now, on this third video, we are going to proceed as follows. Ultimately, we can now see why many say these words when change of regime comes in, but not change of system. People usually and quickly say, we quote, I or we feel disappointed, end quote, which is more universal than regional a feeling. It is not unique to any country, but is more prevalent in certain countries or certain areas. Therefore, it is worldwide, but more blatant in Africa. And that is a hard fact, folks. This is what killed Sankara, Thomas Sankara in Burkina Faso. Certainly, such political venom is more common in the arena of African politics, just to repeat that side. Beware, though, as honesty, intelligence, and awareness are here to challenge society again, especially the desirous and the emotional among us. Why? Not too hard to answer a question. Most of us feel disappointed because they do confuse responsibility and the production with euphoria, emotions, and desires. Let me repeat that part. Most of us feel disappointed after installing a regime or a government, a new one, because they do confuse responsibility and production with euphoria and emotions, or euphoria, emotions, and desires. The latter is where some businessmen and women do sit and wait or watch. Once their bait hooks psyche with a candidature, they can manipulate, society becomes blinded, and then a winner is declared by popularity, not production, or euphoria and desires, but not responsibility and capability. There is where deception ushers disappointment into the future and then welcomes the hopes and desires in us. It is unsavory, right? Because if deception ushers disappointment into the future and then welcomes our hopes and desires, then that is definitely unsavory. As long as we as a people remain obsessed with popularity and production, with popularity, not production. Let me repeat that part. As long as we as a people remain obsessed with popularity, not production, or emotions and euphoria with desires, not capability and responsibility, we will ever remain here repeating the words, I quote again, we or I feel disappointed. Religion, politics, and rebellion are business ventures in Africa. They are business ventures in Africa and the Arab world in particular. Many are chanting slogans against non-Muslims as we speak But just look around and tell me who are the ones killing Muslims more than any other society on earth. It is Muslims themselves. Who kills more Africans than other societies would do to Africans? It is Africans themselves, or African warlords and African politicians. Who depletes national coffers in Africa before anybody else? It is African politicians or Africans themselves. Who are the locusts who care less about efficiency, where money can be made by any means necessary, and they are not politicians? It is local African businessmen and women who would rather side with corrupt candidates who can guarantee them to be free from tax or other legally binding things than anyone else. Once their political pets and pests access the seat of power, they are good deep inside, or they feel good deep inside. If you need more on this example, just Google Gambia Janneh Commissions of Inquiry on the financial dealings of former President Yahya Jammeh. Janneh is spelled J-A-N-N-E-H, Commissions of Inquiry. Then you will see. After that, grab your popcorn or drink and watch. Or what else would you do? Definitely, or searching for the more recent executive order on the Gambia from the US government. The most recent executive order on the Gambia, where the United States government has decided to freeze the assets and companies associated with the former Gambian dictator. Now here as Africans standing, blaming the West, and it is that very West that is coming out now to help us freeze the assets that, of course, emanate from ill-gotten wealth. And where is that wealth? In Africa. And we expect to squander all that money, to embezzle all that money, but still the West has to help us. Is that correct? Absolutely not. This ends the third.